Let's go. Hold on. This how we gonna get it started. Hold on.
Right up the rip till I'm sucking a dick. Niggas be knowing my body when I pull a knife, so they get to watching they lip. I
Yeah.
take it right there, fucking back of the foreign, and I get to grabbing the
Y'all know who it is, man. Yeah. What you said? Hold on.
Nope.
Ain't no
big backs over here.
Ain't no
big backs over here.
We leave.
Shit back.
Y'all
My niggas be pulling up, leaving them
know what it is, man. It's FWS, Future World Sport Broadcasting Network, nigga. Yeah. And this is the Before I'm Gone show, and I am your host, Stacca. Hold on.
I gotta get to the bridge. Young and
Y'all know who it is, man. I'm saying, yo. I hope y'all can hear this shit loud and clear, you feel me? Hold on. We're gonna tap in one more time. Hold on. What you said? Motherfucking steppers. It's 88 for pressure. Huh? Hold on, man. I gotta put my shit on, you know what I mean? Gotta show y'all something, man, you know what I mean? Gotta show y'all something. This ancient brand right here, you heard? Hold on. What you say? Hold on. Yeah. I'm in the studio. Heavy. What you say? What you say? Hold on. Tripping. Hold on. I'm always having some shit on. Yeah, hold on. I'm always having some shit on. Tripping. How you did ass? How you did it, nigga? Hold on. How you did it, nigga? Hold on. Yeah. Let's go. Look. Yeah. I need them claps, man. Yeah. Come on, man. Yo, who we got in the building today, man? Today we got a special guest. You feel me? Know what I'm saying? And this person right here, know what I mean? Like, it's my brother, know what I mean? I fuck with you, know what I'm saying? Like, this is my God, know what I mean? We've been tapped in for years. You feel me? Know what I mean? We've been tapped in for so many years, know what I'm saying? And this is definitely one of my favorite artists that's out. You feel me? This is definitely like a big interview for me, know what I'm saying? Because just because of the history, know what I'm saying? Because of the talent, because of the person that we have in today, know what I mean? This is Harlem's own, Icy Gang on. Know what I'm saying? We calling him Big Icy today, you know what I mean? Calling him Big Icy today, you know what I mean? So who we got the pleasure to be speaking to today, my nigga?
It's your boy SNS. Harlem World.
Yeah.
Icy Gang Zone, you hear me? What's going on, Stacca?
What up, my nigga?
Ain't shit, man. Life is good right now. Motivated.
Absolutely, man. I mean, again, man, it's a pleasure to have you on today. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's definitely like a big interview. You feel me? And as of last week, man, you just dropped a crazy project, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Big Icy 2 out now. You know what I'm saying? Streaming everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Go get that. Big Icy 2 out now, man. Sweeping the streets up.
Absolutely, man. Yo. Listen, man, like I told you right, I mean, a little bit ago, right before we actually got on live and shit like that, and I'm saying, like, yo, the features on this project is crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean, what you talking about, like, you know what I'm saying, the energy on this shit, and that's something that I gotta say about you, shout out to my man Nick, he just left, you know what I'm saying, Spaceship Nick, you know what I mean, shout out to him, he just did, you know what I'm saying, one of my brothers and all that, but, even earlier, you know what I'm saying, before we actually got on here and all that, you know what I'm saying, I was playing some of your music, getting him acquainted, you know what I'm saying, with your sound, with your style. And he was just listening, he's just like, yo, bro, he like, this shit is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? He was just like, yo, just the energy of your music was ill, you feel me? So he was just like, nah, I love it, like, you feel me? So that definitely was a thing. Yeah, that definitely was a thing, man. So
I appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. Let's get a little bit into your story before we get into the project, man. Like, where you from? I'm saying, I know I started over. I said you was from Harlem and all that, and I'm saying, but just
100%.
Yeah, let me know, I'm saying, how it was like growing up, and I'm saying what you was listening to in the household, and I mean childhood living, I'm saying Harlem, everything. Give me the whole spill. Mom, pops, it all.
Yeah, I mean, you know, come from where I come from. Me and my pops, we originally from we are from Harlem. We originally from the block called Skrilla Hill. That's from 127th to 130th in St. Nicholas Terrace.
Mm-hmm.
We also there's also Convent as well. You know what I'm saying? But I was raised there and 133rd in Amsterdam. That's like right the block right over. You know what I'm saying? Like only thing separating those two blocks is Convent. So you could literally walk right down the block, like right from 130th, you could walk right down the block, and it's 133rd and Amps right there. So Amsterdam is right there. So I was raised in both areas. So coming up, this shit was like on our side, it wasn't really a lot of like a light shed on us. You know what I'm saying? I was like, as far as like. Just as far as on the music scene, we did have legendary moments. As far as like we got Kumo D's from Skrilla, you know what I'm saying? And we got up and coming artists by the name of Tom Gibson, Bath Gate was coming. He's from Manhattanville Projects. You know what I'm saying? So that's right there in Amsterdam. You know what I mean? So we didn't have a lot. We only had a few. You know what I'm saying? And the movie Juice was shot on Skrilla, so you know. That was like our big moment aside from Kumo D and the Fearless Four and stuff like that. So just coming up on them blocks, it's kind of the same. It's the same thing on any block of Harlem. You know what I'm saying? It's the culture of just getting fly, hustling. You know what I mean? It's basketball playing. You know what I mean? Just that culture that we grew up on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dope music. Of course we grew up on the Dips. You know what I mean? We was heavy Diplomat fans. Well, you know what I'm saying? I was also a big G Unit fan as well. I love Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I love the Locks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and I was a huge Fab fan. I'm still a Fab fan to this day. So all of these guys is who I was listening to coming up and shit. And you know, growing up in Harlem, you couldn't be like no like one hit wonder to them. And to them, once you got one song popular, to them, that's like in Harlem, that's like a hit. So like, if you don't got another one of those, to them you're one hit wonder, and then the jokes about you start getting louder and louder. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
So you know what I'm saying. You know, in Harlem, you could be the butt of the joke for anything. You know what I'm saying? If you was once that nigga that was getting to the money, and they see it ain't the same no more, guaranteed if the joke is about you behind your back, and depending on how long you stay broke and how long you stay looking like that, the joke will get louder and louder.
That's
you
a
know
fact.
What I'm saying? You know what I mean? If you're at the top of the totem pole with anything in Harlem, the moment that you catch that downfall, them jokes start coming. You start you also just start looking for like for me. It just motivated me to stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't let that be the talk for me at all. You know what I'm saying? Because once I had my first recorded song, it hit the radio. So because once it hit the radio, I had to keep going. I had no excuse to not keep going. I had to, you know what I'm saying? And at that time I was shy. I was still like getting in the swing of like recording music. I was writing music since 12. You know what I'm saying? Like, writing raps. I don't want to say writing full-blown music. I was writing raps since 12. My stepfather, my mother's husband at the time, he would cut my hair and rap over certain records that he's listening to and rap over them like as if he's battling me. And then like one day I saved I wrote a rhyme myself, and then I saved it for the next time they cut my hair. So when he did it the next time, he was about to walk away, and I just let him have it.
Let it go.
Yeah. So my mother was shocked. She was shocked. She told me she always had like a idea that I was going to do something with music because I didn't care for. Like when I was young, my grandfather had got me like a bunch of toys for like Christmas and stuff like that. But like the main one that I even cared about was the karaoke machine that came with the microphone and everything. So like my mother said, she knew once I gravitated to that toy, she always knew I was going to do something with music. And just because of my bloodline of who my father is, you know what I'm saying. So she always felt like I was going to do something with music.
Yeah.
Growing up though, I was like a huge basketball fan, so I was trying to get into the league. Just I'm pretty sure that was a lot of people's story coming up. You know what I'm saying? But once I was on the radio, I'm thinking like this was seeming more realistic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't necessarily, unless you start getting like trophies, which I did get a trophy when for one of the tournaments I got basketball, but it's like it's just not the same when you on the radio, because on the radio you're on the same station as other mainstream artists that you either then looked up to or they popping at the time. Or both, so that feels more like a you made it thing than you getting a trophy for a certain tournament, because you know that's still not the NBA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it hit more when I was on the radio, and I just knew from right there I had to keep recording music, and I had to stay consistent. I was already producing my own records at the time, because in Harlem at that time it was like the life feed culture was like major. You know what I'm saying? I was one of the people that like created like a great sound and for the culture. So even then, I was just during that time I didn't want to learn. I didn't want to dance to somebody else's songs with getting crazy. I wanted to do my own. So I was just making my own beats, and that's how I learned how to make beats. And then when I started really taking music serious is because the beats started becoming popular for me. And then my man Twanny, he was enjoying the beats, but every time he seen me come out of school, he wanted to hear me rap. He wasn't too like he was supportive of the beats, but he knew my potential at rap more than myself. I didn't really see it in myself at that time. I knew when I first started writing, when I was writing the raps against my step pops, I knew I had like I was pretty okay, you know what I'm saying? I was more conscious. I was rapping about things that I might not have been 100% knowledgeable of, but it sounded dope. And like as far as like just talking about politics and things like that, things that I don't necessarily knew, I didn't know all the way, but I was talking about it. And then when I got to my teenage years and I'm producing and stuff like that, and the life heat culture is popping, my pops had me try to take another swing at it as far as recording music, and then I couldn't record. I couldn't get it done. And then when Twanny really took me to the studio, I already had like certain raps memorized in my head that I didn't even have to write down. So the first two records I recorded was to my beats that I never gave to nobody. And from there is when I was like, yo, damn, my first two songs recorded. Damn, this is wild. Then the first song is the radio. It's like, oh man, I have to be a rapper now. I'm still shy though. You know what I'm saying? I was 16, 17 when it got played on the radio. Llama is popping at the time. So Cypher Sounds was the first DJ to play it.
Shout out to Cypher.
Shout out to Cypher Sounds, you know what I'm saying? Big bro, you know what I'm saying? He's the reason why I have a relationship with Drewski right now, because Drewski was his intern when he was playing me. And he was on the come up, I was on the come up. We introduced each other. He introduced us to each other, and we've been locked in ever since. So big shouts to Cypher Sounds, you know what I'm saying? I would say that was like the start of where I had to like start recording music. I was still shy. I would say where I became like an actual rapper is like where I felt like I was an actual rapper was like 2010, where where the radio play is getting a little more excessive. Like I'm getting more records are getting played, more DJs is playing it. It went from just Cypher Sounds to being Cypher Sounds, K Slay, Clue, you know, Pro Style, and you know what I mean. So it started to become, you know.
Yeah, that was around the time. Your first project was Son of the Future, right?
Right. So this is gearing up for that.
Gearing up
for that.
Yeah.
So I'm still shy a little bit, and then late 2010, 2011 hit. I start really like getting the shyness out of me. I'm performing a lot more because that's what made me like not like get rid of the shyness or a little bit of the nervousness was just being able to perform in front of a lot more crowds and stuff like that. I performed at Harlem Week.
Mm-hmm.
That was like one of my favorite performances at the time because like you start seeing the love after the performance from just the people. Then that's like my first set of like groupie love. and, you know what I mean? Like
that's when shit start
really,
getting lit, huh?
yeah, really start hitting the stage. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really hit a stage for a whole lot of people that's there to see Serrani and a few other artists that was there, but it was the High 97 stage, so it was like it was dope for me. And it was raining during my performance, so I was extra tight in my head because I'm like, yo, these niggas gonna start walking away. I don't like it, but ain't nobody leave. Nobody leave. Everybody stood and waited, and that got me mad hyped. So I felt like I killed my performance at that point. So that's why I think all the love was coming from it. Then at that point, I felt like I could do this, and then I went to Miami for my pops for the first time because I wasn't really traveling with my pops. I didn't really do no music with my pops in the beginning of my career. Like,
So just for the people, for the new viewers and stuff like that.
For the new generation, let them know. My father is DJ SNS.
Yo, I need the claps. I need the claps, man. DJ SNS,
my father
man.
is DJ SNS. He's a legendary club and mixtape DJ from New York City. He's DJ. He's a Ciroc Boy alumni. He's DJ for Puff for so many years. He's officially Mary J. Blige's DJ right now. Legend. You know what I'm saying? So you would think that that's the person that was automatically just helping me push me into this music thing, but it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like I was kind of like self-assertive with it. And Cypher Sounds actually played my record on the radio before my pops played any one of my records. Period. Yeah, so I got played on the radio before my pops spun any one of my records.
Yeah, that's
and I'm hell yeah, I'm happy that at that time I think I was a little disgruntled until I got older and realized until I got older and I realized, yo, that's a flex.
That OD, bro, cause like it's like this is and that's something I wanted to talk to you about too, as far as like the dynamic between you and your pops, right? Like you could see, and even from like the earlier interviews, like, know what I'm saying, like again, like, I mean, I've been watching your story and everything like that, like for years. And actually, my uncle actually tweet. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys used to do work together and stuff like that, and that's actually how I got tapped in.
We still got some heat together. Yeah, that's my dog. We day one. We've been locked in since the Life Heat culture here.
You know, but that nigga be getting crazy, son.
we've been locked in. So, you know what I mean? He kind of seen that early, like people, because the perception when I actually start getting hot, and now I'm starting to do like big level like platforms and stuff like that. People automatically was just like chalking that up and chalking up my radio spin to, you know, my father, it being my father's doing.
Yeah, cause you know, like, cause even then, like, I'm saying, like, cause even like. Even from back then, right? Like, for me watching from like the outside, like it's like I was on the inside, but also on the outside, right? Because like I said, like Tweet, that's my uncle. I mean, he lived on the other. We from the Bronx, but he lived like on the other side of the Bronx and shit like that.
Stacca, you was outside too. I don't want to you know, just to all talk. We love Tweet, 100%. But you know what I'm saying? You was outside too. Stacca, I've seen you on plenty of occasions.
Nah, that's a fact.
And things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
so
word.
You know what I mean?
Nah, real shit.
We gotta let the people know that you was outside too.
Yeah. Nah, that's a fact, man. I appreciate that word, but I mean, even like watching that and shit like that, like, know what I'm saying, like. You could see it, like, know what I'm saying, it was just like, damn, like, even up until now, like, know what I'm saying, I feel like even like with the, like, you know, again, like I said, we're gonna get into the project soon, but even like with the relationships that you building, right, and like with your name and the respect that you actually like that you received back then and along the way, all I've ever seen since the beginning is like you just been climbing up. I never seen like a still spot. You've been consistent. Know what I'm saying? So it's like you could see that this was your hunger. Know what I mean? Like, and I mean like, and then I mean like.
I say there was only 1 year that I felt like I had a standstill moment in my career. It was like from the beginning up until like the end of 2016, I think that's when I felt like it was like, I don't know for sure if it was like, I ain't gonna say no progression, because I did do some major things in this. It just wasn't like, it wasn't being talked about as it would have been beforehand, and how it was being talked about after. But like that year, it was new artists coming, like new artists having their newfound level of popularity, they newfound level of fame. They get so at that time, like, yeah, I'm young, but I ain't new.
Yeah,
to the people in New York. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Cause that's the thing too, bro. Cause like, I feel like in the city, right? Like, if you really tapped in to New York, I feel like it was a specific, like, it's a. You see the freshman class and all that, but in New York, there's a specific class that you're a part of, right? That I would look at, right? Like, like, know what I mean? Like, so you got Spades, you got AI, know what I'm saying? You got rest in peace to Flashy. That's his name. What was his name?
My boy Easy.
Rest in peace to Easy. Word. Like, even him, bro. Like, know what I'm saying? Like, know what I mean? It was like a certain, like, even how all you guys came in. Know what I'm saying? Like, it was like from every angle, bro. Like, y'all niggas was wilding. Like, know what I'm saying? So it's like nah. Like, know what I mean? Like, you got to look. You know what I mean? You got Easy over there. Know what I'm saying? You had Quay and no more. Know what I mean? From Walton and shit. Like, know what I mean? Rest in peace, Quay. Like, know what I'm saying? You had all these different, like, I remember even back then, Miss Hustle was, know what I'm saying, was around niggas and shit like that too. Like, you feel me? So like, just even that, like, know what I mean? Like, just to see that clash and like to see what you doing now, to see even like Capella doing his thing. Know what I mean? You got AI. Know what I mean? I know you and AI, y'all relationship always been intact. Know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? You got Spades. Know what I'm saying? I know that he writing and shit.
Dog.
Yeah, like, know what I mean? Like, so
I just got off the phone with him yesterday.
Word, yo, shout out to Spades. You know, my nigga, yo, I fuck with Spades, my nigga. That's my guy, man.
That's one of the most talented niggas that I know.
For
like,
sure.
If there was anybody that I say, like, you know, like, that I never took a rap off or anything, like, I never slacked with, it was Spades. I never slacked.
Bro, that nigga gonna make you, yo, that nigga, bro, I remember when me and this nigga, we did the Stacca Baby shit, right? I had sent them a record and all that. I had sent them another record before that, and I'm like, yo, tell the nigga, I'm like, yo, matter of fact, I got a different record, sent it to him. And he's like, the nigga had me wait for like I know he was OD busy and shit. The nigga hit me back. He like, yo, bro, I'm about to get on this. I'm like, I bet say that. The nigga called me back. He like, yo, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. He said, yo, Stacca, you went too crazy, bro. He's like, hold on. Give me like an hour, my nigga. Like, he like, yo, bro, you went too, yo, bro, the verse that I got back, I'm like, oh, nah, this nigga shitty. Like, bro, when me and this nigga linked
it, dangerous.
Yeah, when this nigga, he came to VA and shit, we shot the video in Norfolk and all that. And this nigga, he was like, word, bro, that's the day, this nigga crashed his car going back home, all that shit, bro. Like, this nigga was wildin', like, but when me and this nigga, when we linked up and shit, he was just like, yo, bro, he was the same shit, like, he was just like, I told the nigga, he was telling me, like, yo, bro, he said, y'all could film the video, like, you know what I'm saying, on my end, like, cause it was 2 different dates. I'm like, nigga, I'm pushing all this shit back till you tap in, nigga, till you come out here. Nigga pulled up, and it was love, nigga, like, know what I'm saying? So shout out to Spades, know what I'm saying? Like that.
Shout out to Spades.
Word.
That's my dog. He still send me plays till this day. Like, we be talking from an elite level, cause he understand me the most. Like, as far as like, he seen my come up. He seen what, like, we, you know what I mean? We kind of really started together. And that's the thing. Like, at that time when me and Spades coming in, like, we kind of we might have been attached to like two different classes, like not from each other, but like the class that we were in, and then another class after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause at the time me and Spades making music, I don't know if AI was making music yet, and if he was, I didn't know him yet. So then it's that era where it is like me, Spades, Naka.
Yeah, shout out to Naka. Word. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out to Naka.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Naka. Like, it's artists like that. Now you got then an era goes by, then another era goes by where it's like now it's AI, Sway, you got Capella, you got Young Star, which is he now takes dope ass photos to
Start a Star, word.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
Star been
saying?
going
Like,
crazy too. Word.
yeah, because what people don't know is before
Star.
Swave got his popularity, Star was the one rapping and the one that was on World Star every week and stuff like that.
Yo.
He was doing features with the Chicago artist Early, like when the Chicago just got popping, like he was doing records with them early, putting them on World Star. So he was kind of the first one, and then Sway. But to be honest, from that area, it was Lighter first. Lighter's the first rapper from the area. Yeah, I'm Cute You Ugly and shit like that. So he was there first. But yeah, like so me and Spades, we were damn near attached to like two other classes because of our consistency though. And every time we've been like, we come with some new level of energy. So it always, like, you would have certain people right now think that I'm a part of their class, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, you'd have niggas thinking, like, yo, that's just a part of my class. They're like, yo, bro, I was hot before you.
That's a fact word. Nah, real shit.
You know what I mean?
Real shit.
You know, so it's like, so you feel me? But it's dope for me because it just shows how many rappers that was with me when I was rapping, how many niggas I outlasted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I hold on to that time frame of 2016 because I really felt like they was trying to cast me out.
Yeah.
And then, mind you, when it's getting close to the end of 2016, this is when niggas like Troy Ave start showing like public support to me.
Yeah, shout out to Troy. I'm gonna make a connection soon too, bro. When they come down to Troy, bro, like, and it's funny because the other day, matter of fact, I'll do it right now. The other day, right, I was sitting down, I was watching, because I know we still kind of early in the story before we actually get to this, but the other day, Troy just dropped the movie, the New York City, the movie.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Shout rest in peace to whole vein and shit like that. Know what I'm saying? Like, know what I mean? So, know what I mean? I'm watching the movie. I'm like, this shit ill. I love how he shot it and shit. But watching that, it made me want to go back and watch the Love Me Before They All Love Me. Know what I'm saying? Your movie.
Yeah, the movie.
You feel me? Yeah, your movie. Know what I'm saying? So you feel me? Now, bro, I'm watching that shit and I'm just like, you know, not to compare at all. Know what I'm saying? But you know, like, it's almost natural. Like, that made me want to go back and watch your shit again. And I'm watching your shit. Like, know what I mean? I'm watching your shit.
He's somebody I look to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's somebody that gave me game that, you know what I mean, that let me believe, because I was a fan of him before. Any rapper that you see me that I have a relationship with and we cool and they on my projects and we rocking, I was a fan of them before we got cool.
Yeah.
Me being a fan of them is why we cool. From back to 2011 when I did the record with Meek Mill, is because I was a fan of him. I was already a fan of his music, and I put my pops on to him. And then we established a dope relationship. Shouts to me.
Yeah, shout out to me.
Then even with Jim is somebody I'm a fan of. Of course, he go way back with my pops, so that's like a generational thing.
Yeah.
With Vado, I was a fan of him. With Troy Ave, I was a fan of him. With Dave East, I was a fan of him.
Yeah.
Like I'm not one of those guys that got enough ego to not let them know that I was a fan of them. I was a fan of them, and I still am. I'm a fan of their art. Like, Troy Ave is somebody who influences me to believe, like, I can believe. Because of him, it's three independent rappers that I always looked at. It was him, Nick, and Russ.
Yeah. Yo.
These are my three favorite four. I have four. Is Troy Ave, Nick, Dolph, and Russ.
Yeah, shout out to
These are my four.
Yeah.
All four of them had made me believe I can do this independent. It worked because I'm making money off this shit independently. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, anytime where I felt like, yo, this is not moving fast enough or anything of that nature, I'm watching the interviews, I'm watching the story. I ask Av for advice. You feel me? Like, he's always giving it to me from the moment that I met him. You know what I'm saying? So he's been a stand-up nigga. So in 2016, where I feel like I'm going through like a standstill time in my career, and I feel like I see niggas switching up. You feel me? I see niggas switching up. When I see this niggas switching up, Troy Ave is the one publicly supporting me. He's the one posting my mixtapes. He's the one.
And this is when he was hot too. This is when he was going crazy.
Exactly. So it's like he ain't have to do that.
Yeah.
You You know what I'm saying? So it was just, I guess it was just real recognized, real. He seen my consistency from then on, and then like right after that mixtape, I dropped a record called Bag Talk, and then Bag Talk is where everybody started to try to spin the block and be my best friend. This is like 2 months before Love Come Down hits.
Yeah. Oh man.
So you already know. So now I'm already turning up. I don't even send I don't send Bag Talk to nobody but Flex. And Flex makes a movie.
Yeah.
He plays it every day for 2 months, and then he gets Love Come Down, and you know the rest was history from then.
Yeah. No doubt. Yeah, definitely, man. Like that shit right there. Like I said, like even from there, bro. Like that's when Love Come Down. Like Bag Talk.
Yeah.
I mean, Love Come Down. Like I think what Love Come Down. You had to. That shit hit a mill. Know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's like even from there, it's like I mean that video. Like I said, man. Like even here in VA and shit like that. Like I mean, like they definitely spin that record OD. Like DTL Law. This is like a universal hit. Like know what I mean? Like know what I'm saying? Like that shit right there is like that shit's timeless. You know what I'm saying?
And I wouldn't have been able to make that if I didn't thank God I can't thank God I grew up in the lifey culture.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I wouldn't have been.
Cause that shit ain't gonna go nowhere, bro. Like that shit ain't.
No.
That's another thing too. That's another dance too. That I mean, just the lifey culture. Like how you said, it's a culture. It's not just a dance. Like just that alone, bro. Like that shit is like. I feel like that was the new stamp of New York. Like, know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like even coming up to like, go ahead.
No, I'm saying even if I don't want to give myself all the credit for like you know what I'm saying as far as like what Love Come Down was doing, because I made the record with Kid DeWiz. I taught Kid DeWiz how to make beats, and that was our first beat that we did collaborating. He used to sell my mixtapes, my beat mixtapes to the dancers. Because he seen me making money off it, so I used to tell him. So I used to give him half of them, and I knew I would go to the dance events late, so he'd go there early. I said, "Bro, whatever you sell, you can have." Yeah. And he'd sell out. So that turned him out. It made him want to learn beats from my source. Like, and I told him, and that was that first joint we did together. Now fast forward. To 2017, because that was in 2009 when we did that. Kid was 14 when we first made the Love Come Down beat. Now fast forward, now 2017 comes, it goes viral. You know what I'm saying? I think that was just like a resurgence, like a reminder for New York to understand of what we have already. I think they took the culture for granted. And it's only growing. It should be growing, bro. Like if Drake is on a song with Chris Brown called No Guidance. Their video,
they getting light.
You got Drake getting light.
That's a fact. Word.
This is growing. It's a global thing now.
Yo, shout out to Hype Girl too, cause she go crazy. Like, know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness. My sis, you know, she got this culture on her back. You know what I'm saying? She's from the Bronx, right? And they named her Mrs. Harlem Shake. You feel me? Think about how legendary that is, and that's somebody who worked for that. She worked for that. She was consistent. I don't watch this girl sign autographs for little girls and they crying. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is what the culture has done for a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? It helped us grow a lot. You know what I'm saying? It helped my musical ear a lot because you know just as far as like the dope creative things I was wanting to sample and flip and things like that kind of helped me have like the ear that I have for my music. And I think Love Come Down just reminded everybody of the impactful style that we had, which is lifey culture. Because I think that's the biggest dance culture period since breakdancing to me.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? You have phases. You have people that have their little phases. They run and things like that. But like, this is a culture that has like, bro, like, Mr. YouTube lives in the UK. Lifey. He has a brick house with a garage and stairs in his crib and everything off of Lifey. That's just to show the level of financial gain it brings and just how far it's come.
This is how you know when things is good too, because like they don't this isn't, again, man. Shout out to the culture, man. This is something. This is hip hop. Like, know what I'm saying, like, this is what hip hop looks like. Like, know what I'm saying, like, this is like. There's no fight. There's nobody putting money into this. You can't, like,
organic,
this is super organic.
This is, this is something that turned from a dance style, like a quick dance craze, to an actual culture. It didn't just start off like a culture because it could have been a phase.
Yeah.
You got to think the chicken noodle soup was out around the same time as Lean with it, Rock with it, and the A-Town Stomp, and then niggas was getting crump. Niggas was getting crumb, niggas was crumping, then niggas started doing all sorts of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like everybody had their run, but aside from crumping in LA, cause that they had their own like lifestyle with that. But aside from that, cause you had dances like the jerk and shit like that. Like there's a lot of these dances that just was trends. They were just trends. This became a culture, like, you know what I'm saying? This is a culture, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of the people you name, like the Tweak Took, come on, Tweak.
Yeah, Tweak.
The producer of City of God.
Yeah, this is, yo, claps, man. Please, yo, shout out to my fucking uncle, man. I love you, dog. I love you, man.
About the producer of the City of God.
Gosh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is the same man who was FMC, Tweak Baby.
Bro. Listen, damn, man. I hate to cut this off, man, but I think that I don't know if it's about to crash or something like that, man. But damn, man.
Are we crashing? That's how we do it.
That's how we do. It's crashing. It went out. Oh, so we good?
We just have. At the 30 minutes.
Oh, all right. Oh, listen, bro. Listen, man. We're gonna have to set up a part 2, man. We're gonna have to set up a part 2,
man.
bro.
Listen, man.
This is crazy.
Man, this is culture. All of this type of shit that you hear from us is what you going is the energy you're gonna hear on Big Icy 2.
Yeah.
11 songs, straight vibes. All streaming platforms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We on tour. We hitting all these states. We'll be in Philly on December 9th. We'll be in CT again on the 8th and on the 17th.
Yeah.
We go to Florida right after that.
Okay.
And that's how we end in the year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stay tuned for that. Jim Jones and me, Jim Jones and Dave Beats up in video. We gonna shoot. Me and Vado shooting our video tomorrow.
Shout out to Vado.
You know what I'm saying? I got a $500 giveaway for the best dance video to She Got It, which is a song on the project. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
$500, free $500 to whoever.
Yeah.
You already know, man. Big Icy 2, man.
Big Icy 2, man. Listen, man. I know we chopped it up and shit like that. Yo, listen, man. Whenever you get a chance to come around here, know what I'm saying, come to Norfolk, know what I'm saying, come to Virginia.
We coming. We'll be in Virginia for the second leg of the tour. This is just for the end of it. This is just to end it off for the year.
No doubt,
so as January hit back, we'll have the dates and shit like that for the next set of places, because we will be coming to Virginia.
Right.
We will be with Virginia, LA, Boston, Jersey, and Houston. That's what we're looking at. So get ready, man.
Say that. So when you come in, when you come into Norfolk and shit like that, I'm tapping in with you. Know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get you right. I'm gonna come out to the show, and then that's probably when we can sit down and we're gonna do the interview live. Know what I'm saying? Right here in the shop. Know what I mean? We're gonna get you in on the platform and all that. Know what I'm saying?
Hey, you gonna have some instrumentals loaded up?
Come on, bro. You know we gonna get crazy, man. Come on, bro. You know how we give it up. You know what I mean? No doubt, bro. No.
Just checking. I know that's not a normal thing you hear from rappers these days.
Yeah, man. I'm saying this Big Icy, you heard? You know what I mean? This the Before Gone show, bro. You know we getting crazy, man.
Of course, man. I want to come out to Norfolk and set that shit on fire, so you know we rocking.
Say that, bro. Know what I'm saying? Much love, my nigga. Know what I mean? Great success, know what I'm saying? And know what I mean? We definitely gonna tap in.
Nah, for sure. I appreciate you, gang.
All right, bro. Safety.
Gang.
Yeah.